So we've got 4 murderers in the Murderers series, and they're like the hired help, but come to do something horrific. They brought in from the outside of the castle. They're sort of hitmen, so they don't want anybody to know who they are, and the people hiring them don't want to know them anywhere. So they were imagining that they would come from the islands, right? They're brought in. I'll alienate loads of island people by saying simple people, but no, they're powerful, menacing exterior forces. Dave, do you want to tell us a bit about the first murderer?
Yeah, bring the first murderer over. The first murderer is the kind of guy who's doing the deal with Macbeth, being given the instructions by Macbeth to commit this foul deed of killing Banquo and his son. Hired help, hitmen, probably not getting paid an awful lot. Soldiers who are down on their luck, and he finds them lying in a tavern somewhere drunk. Will you kill somebody for us? Yeah, how much is it going to cost me? Yeah, fine. We'll stab them. Doesn't matter who. Yeah, I mean the note is pallid with a reek of wood smoke and tallow candles, salt sweat on the brow, lean shanked yet muscular, downtrodden, dismissed and angry, a denizen of the darkest taverns. For a few coins as night falls, a throat will feel its bite, a child will die, money runs thicker than blood. Yeah, lovely.
So it's an unpleasant whiskey.
Profoundly unpleasant whiskey.
Well, this is where this conversation comes down to personal preference, right?
It does.
Because I know that you don't like the distillery.
It's not my favourite distillery.
And yet people love it.
People love it. That's the joy of whiskey.
It's the new Ardbeg, is what they say. That's supposed to be the next big thing.
So, okay, Ollie, are you going to tell us what is it?
This particular murderer hails from the Isle of Mull.
Okay.
And Leitchik, for me, I've loved Leitchik forever. These ones were barrels, and we've been watching them develop. They still maintain that kind of earthy, dirty, oily. It feels like it kind of creeps out of this, or being, in this case, pulled out of the sea. When we were discussing the murderers and the fact there had to be these quite filthy characters, Leitchik is that. And it
utter filth.
But wonderful, wonderful filth. I mean, from a purely geeky whiskey level, Leitchik it's the antithesis of what whiskey enthusiasts say they want in production. So they want longer fermentation and elegant fruit. Well, Leitchik is short ferments, fast distillation, deep cut, like lots of phenols. I want all the phenols, and I want all the dirt, and I want all the things that basically, if it wasn't carefully managed, would probably turn you blind. And I think in some ways that is a murderer. It is all of that, but it maintains so much character and depth. And that is why I actually love the distiller, because it's the opposite of what a lot of some whiskey enthusiasts will tell you they want. But if you give it to them, because everyone deep down wants a little bit of filth, this is it.
It's like a true crime podcast. We're all fascinated by serial killers. We all like to kind of pretend we're dallying in that world, even though we don't want to be part of it at the same time. And that's what this whiskey does, and that's what the murderers do. They are somehow compelling.
But again, lots of flavour. It's a beautifully balanced whiskey. Not a green apple.
It's actually got one of my favourite lines he has. Which actually I can't credibly do First Murderer because I'm not Scottish.
Let it come down!
There you go, Pretty good. And then, raining blood straight after that.
And the fourth murderer, Lexi, is a secret for the time being.
Yeah, well, they're all a secret at the moment.